What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective, where we have the best conversations on the internet. My name is Furman, and in this video we have kind of some sad news. We are going to be talking about the 3DS and the DS, the DS family of systems. But before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright, let's get into it. Alright guys, I'm pretty sure it's no secret at all that I absolutely love the DS. The DS, the 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS XL, all of those consoles, the family console that is DS, dual screen, is one of the best consoles ever made. It might not have been the most powerful one because it did have the PSP, which was more powerful than the DS, the original DS, and we also had the PS Vita, which was also more powerful than the 3DS, and I believe the new Nintendo 3DS XL and all that good stuff. I believe they were more powerful, but for some reason this console ended up outselling it. And not just outselling it, but like completely decimating it. And honestly, it's because of the games. Nintendo just absolutely focused on making good games, high quality experiences. You didn't have to wonder what you were going to be getting when it comes to the DS. Like, you knew what was there. You knew that there was going to be Mario's, the Zeldas, all those things. They were going to be included in this thing, and they were going to, give it a little bit of a gimmick, but for the most part, those are all extremely solid titles. And now, if you guys don't already know, the 3DS eShop is closing on the 27th of March, 2023. And with that, that's actually going to be pretty much the final nail on the 3DS. And it makes me sad because, when you think about it, go back as far as the DS, I mean, I remember when I got my first DS, and I think I was like a sophomore in high school. That was a long time ago. So like, I've had some form of a DS for the last 15 years. It really is insane to think about it when you put it in that perspective. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad to see it go because of the countless awesome memories that I had with it. I mean, growing up with this thing, like I remember when they first came out with Diamond and Pearl and how absolutely gorgeous those games looked. Like, and just the fact that you could connect it to the internet. I still remember when Mario Kart DS came out and being able to play online. That was one of the best online games that you could play, which is insane because this is a portable device. At that period in time, we had Xbox 360, we had Wii, I believe, and we had PS3. And you're telling me that Mario Kart DS was competing with those juggernauts? The game just worked. Like, it didn't have any issues. I have never experienced any flaws or anything, any glitches or anything crazy like that. It did get pretty bad though when, hackers started jumping on the online, and then the game was basically unplayable for a while. But besides that, like, it was just great. And on top of that, if you were the only one that owned that game, you could still play with your friends, which I used to do with my church buddies all the time. Like, I'm talking 8 people on one cart. That's just pure insanity. It would just be straight silence until the end of the game, and then just erupt in just pure, like, craziness. Like, we were just talking all sorts of smack to each other. Yeah, it was craziness, but it was really, really good times. I mean, I even remember when I bought this for my wife. Was not the best financial decision I've ever made. I'm not gonna lie. That time that I bought it, we were in dire straits, but I just thought the console looked so gorgeous that I wanted to have it. And I already had a 3DS, so I was like, hey, let's buy this for you, and you can get into it. And she's not as much of a gamer as I am, but she absolutely loves it. And we still play it. I mean, we actually just recently started playing Super Mario Bros. 2 on this thing, which you can see right here. We just completely restarted the save files and we've been playing it. And man, it's just been such an amazing trip down memory lane that, like, it just brings back so many good memories. This is by far not the best way to play this game, by the way. Like, honestly, if you were talking resolution wise, I would probably recommend just playing Super Mario Bros. Deluxe U, or U Deluxe. It's on the Switch. you can play that. That game is like 720p or 1080p. Looks flawless in my gigantic 77-inch LG OLED. But there's just something about picking this up and playing this and, you know, just doing side by side. And we're both playing the game and it's just tons of fun and it is just pure mayhem. And I absolutely love it. And you know, this also brings up another point, which is one of the reasons why I personally collect video games myself. I want, when my kids are old enough to appreciate these things, I want them to be able to pick these things up and say, wow, like this is crazy. Sure, this probably graphically wise might not ever compare to their Xbox Series S, or you know, they all have Switch lights, you know, it probably won't compare to that. And telling them to pick up like a Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance, that also might be a gigantic downgrade if you look at it. But the times, the amount of fun that we had on these games and these consoles, and the memories that we shared, like me and my wife, and being able to share those memories and like pass those down to our kids just makes it 100% worthwhile. It really does. And that's what makes this stuff special. And you know, it always makes me sad because of what's happening with the 3DS, you know, the fact that it's closing down, that stuff is pretty much done. So, you know, from this point forward, like we're just not going to have that anymore. We're not going to be able to go online and see what games are on sale and, you know, all of those things. And, you know, it does make me sad. It makes me sad to see it go. I'm still excited for the new generation, you know, I'm not sitting there bashing it. I'm not gonna go out of my way. I'm not gonna sell my PS5 or my Xbox Series X or my 40 switches that I have. That's not gonna happen. But you know, it's always good to go back in time, reflect a little bit, play a couple of old school games, which you guys already know are amazing. I mean, hands down. If you are watching The Collective, then that means in some way, shape, or form, you like retro games. Or at least you should. And if you don't, that's actually one of the best places to be at. Because of the fact that, you know, some of these things are actually still relatively cheap to track down. So you might be able to start your journey. And I'm telling you right now, don't worry about the graphics. Don't worry about the fact that it's under process or, you know, not powerful enough. I can guarantee you will have tons of fun and you will create great memories with this thing. You know, you might call me a bleeding heart, but every once in a while I do take one of my 3DSs out and see, you know, if maybe I might get a street pass, and I don't, obviously, and it just kind of makes me a little sad. But you know, I have a bunch of DSs here, so all of my kids have one. And we street pass each other, so you know, we keep the memory alive. And you know, they actually enjoy it too. They like, you know, doing all the little mini games and stuff like that. So it's really cool to be able to relive that, if not, you know, how it used to be. I mean, I remember it being so hype whenever you would get like actual Nintendo creators, like Shigeru Miyamoto's like they would just send it over the internet, and I'm like, wow, this is like so cool. And for some reason they just decided, I don't know, maybe it just didn't make as much money as they wanted to, because I know they decided to release some more mini games and stuff like that, so maybe it just didn't make as much money as they wanted to, so that's probably why they gave up on it. But you know, obviously I would love to see a return on this. Like, you know, obviously the Nintendo Switch is probably on its last leg. It's probably got a year or two left, honestly. Maybe the next console they reveal might have something like that. I would love to see that. I think that would be really awesome. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, you know, it's sad times, but there is still about a month left. So, you know, you have a month to buy everything that you could possibly want on the 3DS eShop. And you know, you don't necessarily have to buy it, if you know what I mean. Most of you guys are on that little homebrew scene, so do it that way if you must. Alright, we will see you guys on the next video. But don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, peace. Click.